Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. So, this is a process video of me drawing Sri Ram, and as the process goes on of me doing the pencils and then moving on to inks to finally finish the artwork, I want to share a little bit about my connection with the Ramayana and why drawing Lord Ram means something very personal to me. I come from a Buddhist family, and almost everyone in my family, my parents, my grandparents, all the elders are deeply spiritual. From a young age, I was taught to respect every faith, every tradition. I grew up in Dayun, a small town in Arunachal Pradesh, a place where cultures and religions live side by side. Many of my friends were from Hindu or Buddhist families, and our festivals, stories, and prayers often blended beautifully together. I still remember evenings when my whole family would sit together to watch B.R. Chopra's Ramayana and Mahabharata. I was completely fascinated by those stories, their scale, their characters, their lessons, and how everything culminated together. My grandfather and I would discuss them for hours. Sometimes we would even debate about who was right in a particular scene. And honestly, we would compete to see who remembered more details. We even played our own Ramayana trivia games at home. Those are some of my favorite memories, stories that bonded us and shaped how I look at right and wrong even today. My father, interestingly, was a devotee of Lord Shiva. He came from a family that followed Doni Polo, the worship of the sun and the moon, one of the ancient spiritual traditions of Arunachal's tribal people. Some of you might have heard about it. He would still visit the local Shiva temple often to offer prayers and sit quietly there for a while. Watching that growing up, I learned that faith doesn't have to be limited to one path. It's about finding peace wherever you find it. So, even though I come from a region that's far from what we call mainstream Hindu culture, I've always felt close to it. The values, the symbols, the stories, they were always around me, shaping my understanding of goodness and discipline. In school, I used to love those simplified storybooks. They were called supplementary books that came along with our main course books about the Ramayana and Mahabharata. I would read them again and again. I was obsessed, really. I'm no scholar on these subjects, not even close, but I do consider myself fairly familiar with the stories. Maybe not an expert, but definitely someone who carries them fondly. And every time I revisit them, I find something new. A message I guess I missed as a kid, a detail that suddenly feels deeper now. The biggest lesson I've learned from the Ramayana is simple, that good always triumphs over evil. No matter how dark the times seem, righteousness eventually finds its way through. And that reminds me that even in our own lives, no good effort ever truly goes to waste. But the story isn't just about heroes and villains. It's about choices, about the quiet strength it takes to do what's right, even when it's difficult. I have always felt a deep sympathy for Vibhishan. I think he did the right thing, standing for truth, even when it meant standing against his own brother. Yet he is often remembered as a traitor. To me, that feels unfair. He loved his brothers, Ravana and Kumbhakarna, but he couldn't close his eyes to what was wrong. Choosing dharma over blood must have been incredibly hard for him. But he made that choice, and I think that deserves respect. In real life, too, we sometimes face similar moments when people close to us ask for our support even when we know they're wrong. In those moments, it's not easy to stand up for what's right, but that's exactly what Vishan teaches us, that staying true to Dharma is more important than blind loyalty. And then, of course, there's Ravana, a brilliant man, a scholar, a devotee, the son of a rishi, yet undone by his own desires. I think there's something human about that. We all have a bit of Ravana in us. That hunger for more power, more recognition, more control. Sometimes it's not about kingdom or wars. It can be as simple as chasing money at the cost of our own peace or clinging too tightly to things that were never ours to begin with. The lesson, I think, is awareness. To catch those moments early, to remember that contentment is strength. Like Lord Rama, we can stay calm, centered, and beautiful, doing what's right, without pride or anger. It's not always easy, I know, but maybe that's our real battle, to master ourselves. And that is what Buddhism too teaches us, to master ourselves, to master our emotions and senses. So, as I draw Rama here, steady, composed, yet ready for action, I think of all of these lessons that I learned as a kid, watching and reading about these culturally important epics that we have been blessed to have. Every stroke of ink feels like a reminder to be focused, to stay humble, and to do what's right, no matter how small the act. In a way, art and dharma feel similar. Both are about discipline, honesty, and devotion to something greater than yourself. The Ramayana isn't just an ancient story, it's a mirror showing us who we are and who we can become. If we remember even a small part of its wisdom in our everyday lives, to be kind, to be fair, to stay true, I think the world would already be a better place. Lastly, thank you so much for watching and for sharing a few quiet moments of art and reflection with me today. May we all find a bit of Rama's calm and courage in our own journeys. And I'm really appreciative of all the support you have been giving my work so far. If you can, please like the video, and if you haven't, then please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends and family, or whoever you feel would be interested in videos and talks like this. Once again, thank you so much for joining me in this video. May the light be with you. Thank you.